Welcome back to online class with me, FM Yusuf, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Milestone College. How are you, students? I hope all you are fine and very busy with your study. I also hope you are very conscious about your HSC exam. Dear students, today I am going to teach you the chapter 3 of first paper, and the name of this chapter is periodic properties and chemical bonding of elements. Today's topic is MCQ type questions. First question: phosphorus pentaoxide reacts with water to produce compound X. Students, first you have to know the name of X compound, and you know that phosphorus pentaoxide reacts with water to produce phosphoric acid, and the formula of phosphoric acid is H3PO4. X indicates phosphoric acid, and H3PO4 is an acid because H3PO4 compound produces H plus ion in the aqueous solution. It also reacts with base like sodium hydroxide to produce sodium phosphate salt and water. That's why, students, I can say H3PO4 is an acid. Okay, first one is correct, and second one is a polyprotic acid. Students, if any acid like hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid, it contains only one proton, that's why this is monoprotic. Sulfuric acid H2SO4, it contains two protons, that's why it is diprotic. And phosphoric acid contains more than two protons, that's why it is a polyprotic acid. Polyprotic acid means here there are three hydrogen atoms, there are three H plus ions, that's why this is polyprotic acid. Students, already I have told you H3PO4 is an acid. So the choice number 3, a strong base, it is absolutely wrong. So the answer will be choice A. Methane, CH4 molecule. You know that CH4 is a formula of methane. CH4 molecule is a non-polar molecule. Students, if you observe the electronegativity of both carbon and hydrogen, the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and the electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. So if you observe the difference of electronegativity between carbon and hydrogen, you will see that the difference is below 0.5. So of course it will not be polar. We know that if the difference of electronegativity between two atoms in a molecule is more than 0.5, in that case a positive pole and negative pole, dipole creates. But here the difference of electronegativity between carbon and hydrogen is less than 0.5. That's why no dipole is created here. Methane is a non-polar molecule. So option 1 is correct, and formed through the weak induced dipole. As it is a non-polar molecule, dipole is not formed here. Is a hydrocarbon? Yes, methane is made up by only carbon and hydrogen, that's why this is a hydrocarbon. So the choice B is correct. Students, question number 3. Chlorine belongs to which block? If I consider the electronic configuration of chlorine, I can see the last electron of chlorine enters into the p orbital. That's why chlorine is a p block element. So the option number 2 is correct. Question number 4. Why is silicon tetrachloride soluble in water? Students, all of you know that silicon tetrachloride is a covalent compound. Normally covalent compounds don't dissolve in water, and you also know that water is a polar solvent, and here actually the central atom of silicon tetrachloride is silicon, and silicon contains vacant d orbitals. During the reaction between silicon tetrachloride and water, the lone pair electrons of oxygen in water molecule are received by silicon in its d orbitals. As a result, silicon tetrachloride 4 chlorine atoms are replaced by OH of water molecule to form silicon tetrahydroxide. In this case, octet access is occurred. So I can say here silicon has vacant d orbitals. Due to the vacant d orbitals, silicon tetrachloride is soluble in water. Question number 5. Which compound is ionic hydride? Students, the atom of an element combines with hydrogen to form hydride compounds. Here phosphine, this is a hydride compound, but phosphorus is a non-metal. And here hydrogen sulfide, here sulfur is non-metal, hydrogen iodide. Here iodine is a non-metal, but potassium hydride, here potassium is a metal. So this metal combines with hydrogen to form potassium hydride, as the molecule contains a metal and also hydrogen is a non-metal. That's why this is a ionic hydride. What type of hybridization is present in phosphorus pentachloride? Students, if I show you the structural formula of chlorine, you can see that in the phosphorus pentachloride there are 5 sigma bonds, 5 hybridized orbitals are needed here to form the phosphorus pentachloride. 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbital are mixed together to form sp3d hybridized orbitals. So I can say here in phosphorus pentachloride sp3d hybridization is present. Question number 7. Which one is a covalent compound? Students, if you observe those formulas, you will see that cesium chloride. Here cesium, this is a metal. Metal does not form any covalent compound, so it will not be covalent. Francium chloride, francium is also a metal. Beryllium chloride, beryllium is a alkaline earth metal, and hydrogen bromide. Here both hydrogen and bromine are non-metal, so of course hydrogen bromide is a covalent compound. Question number 8. Which element has the electronic configuration of NH2? I mean, last shell contains NH2, 2 electrons at the last shell. First one is coinage metal. Students, all of you know that copper, silver, gold, all those are known as coinage metals. Those are the elements of group element. So the common electronic configuration of group 11 is NS1 N minus 1 D10. So option A is incorrect. Alkaline earth metal. Students, you know that elements of group 2 are alkaline earth metal. Students, all of you know that elements of group 2 are known as alkaline earth metal. I mean, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, all those are the elements of alkaline earth metal, and those elements contain 2 electrons at their last shell, and as they are S block elements, so I can say the common electronic configuration of alkaline earth metals is NS2. Students, all of you know that the elements of group 1 are alkali earth metals and they contain 1 electron at the s orbital, so I can say the common electronic configuration is NS1. Inert gas. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, the elements of group 18 are known as inert gas, and except helium, the elements contains 8 electrons at their last shell, I mean S2 P6. So I can write here the common electronic configuration is NS2 and P6. So the correct answer is B. Dear students, I discussed just a little number of MCQ type questions in my 2 lectures of chapter 3. Actually, I taught you how to study the MCQ type questions. You need not memorize those questions. You have to understand each of the point, why the option is incorrect and why the another option is correct. You have to know the perfect explanation. And I hope all of you will follow my strategy of learning of MCQ type questions. And no more today. Goodbye.